People don't understand what that story is all about. Moses goes up into the mountain to talk with God because it is time for God to change the ordinances of heaven, that each sign of the constellation lasts 2,150 years. Every 2,150 years, the world changes completely. All the great religions of the world realize that. And now Moses comes down with a new way to worship God, a new time when God is going to be worshiped in a different way. And so Moses goes up to find out what that new way of worship that God wants people to do. And so we have the story of the golden calf. Golden, well, because the sun is golden. And calf is a bull. So we have the golden calf, or the bull, Taurus, and the sun in the age of Taurus. Today, Israel is trying to bring back the good old days of bull worship. But it's impossible because Taurus is gone. We're in the age of Pisces. And they want to go back to the old days. The way we worship God in the old days was the golden calf. We're in Pisces, and we're at the end of Pisces. That's why the Christians talk about the end times we're living in, the last days we're living in. The last days of what? The last days of Pisces. We are living in the last days of Pisces, which means the next one coming is going to be the age of Aquarius. And we are now facing the next 2,150 years when the sun will officially be in the constellation of Aquarius, the water bearer. And so in the New Testament, in the book of Luke 22, the apostles are asking Jesus, now that you're going to die, where are we going to go? And so Jesus answers them in the book of Luke 22:10, where Jesus said unto them, behold, when you enter into the city, there shall a man meet you bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he enters in. It's the house of Aquarius. Aquarius is the water bearer. But we know that this was talking about an astrological sign. Why? Because men never carried water ever. In the ancient world, that was something that a man would never do, is to carry water. That was a woman's job, period. So why did Jesus say, look for the man with the water pitcher? That's an astrological sign. Saturn is inhabited. Somebody's there.
But the surface is not solid. It's gas.
First of all, no, you don't know that. You've been told that. I got stuff on Saturn you don't have. Very impressive scientist from NASA. He began to explain to me stuff about Saturn that blew my mind. My first question was, why the rings? Some of them have said the rings are like a dish, like a television dish for deep space communication. So when Saturn moves around, the rings are around it. It's like a dish. And there's the planet in between, so it looks like an eye.
Is that why they have the all-seeing eye?
That's what some of the best physicists and scientists and mythologists who work together have been saying for a long time. Saturn is very important in religion. The Jewish god today in Judaism is the planet Saturn. The Jews don't realize it, but Saturn is the god of Judaism today.
Please explain that.
In the ancient Phoenician language, the planet Saturn was referred to as Shabbath. So if you're going to worship Saturn and he's Shabbath, then you do it on a day you call Sabbath. Sabbath is Shabbath. So the Jews worship Shabbath on the Sabbath. And that's why they go to the synagogue and have their holy day on Saturn's day or Saturday.
If you're seeking the real truth, if you want to understand what you are and where we are, this ebook will have answers.
They deny that Christianity has anything to do with the stars. So they discovered a lot by observing the stars, you see, the ancient priesthoods. And in doing so, they realized that we were more than connected with the stars. And they realized that these entities had an influence on us. They observed these influences and recorded them. The Bible, the Judeo-Christian work, nothing other than astrotheological themes. They are stories about the observances of the stars and their behavior and their cycles. They deny that the origin of their faith and belief is based on the stars. Cardinal. In astrology, this is the 4 cardinal signs. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. A deacon is 10 degrees of astrology, just like bishop is 3 degrees. Sir is just short for the star Sirius, because he's the Lord. He's the boss. He's the brightest star in the sky. Yes, sir. Nun, minister. Here we see moon and star. Same with pastor. When you look at the L words, you'll notice a lot of L in there because of the sun, Elios. You see, in Greek the sun is called Elios, and in the Jewish system, the Elohim happen to be the planets.
After 2 decades of research and studying the topics that I'm not allowed to speak in public, I decided to share my knowledge and reveal the hidden truth. Check the link in the profile bio.